Cycling is a tremendous way to travel, keep fit, and clear headspace. But like many of the things that we love to do, it can have its downsides. Many hours in the same position can wreck your joints, cause all kinds of muscle tightness and aches and pains in the lower back, neck, and knees. So today, I'm going to give you the top 3 stretching exercises to help your aches and pains, and the strengthening exercises to complement them. We're going to open up the hips and activate the glutes to stop any kind of lower back pain. Then we're going to open up the upper back and strengthen the rhomboids to stop any neck stiffness. And lastly, we're going to open up the quads and work on our hip stability to stop any kind of knee pain. Hip extension is the first thing we're going to improve, and we're going to use the couch stretch to do that. So Jenny is right now in a kneeling position. What she's trying to do here is really tuck her bum underneath herself and squeeze her glute. She wants to feel this stretch up at the hip flexors and maybe a little bit into the tummy as well. She's keeping her breathing nice and relaxed, and she's not staying fully still. She's able to move forwards and backwards a little bit and have a little bit of a wiggle in the position as well. Whenever we've done 30 seconds on one side, you'll then change that to the other side, and you're also looking to see, is there a different side to side too? So it's really important that both hips feel similar. So make sure you have something nice and soft for the knee, and just rock yourself forwards and backwards, keeping the breathing nice and relaxed. This does get a lot easier with practice and over time, and there's a harder version as well where you can actually elevate the back foot too, and if you search one of our videos with the couch stretch, you'll see that harder version as well. Once we have done our 30 seconds on each side, we're then going to couple that up. So we've had the front of the hip nice and open here, and then we're going to try and use that range of motion. So Jenny's now going into double leg glute bridges. So what we're trying to do here is try and maintain a squeeze the whole time, as if we were at that top position the whole time. Make sure your neck is nice and relaxed. Make sure your breathing is nice and relaxed as well. So you don't want any tension going on up here. We're just trying to get the glutes feeling activated. So once you have done your 10 reps of that, we'll then move into their single leg glute bridges. So double leg is great for getting things working side by side as well. Make sure you're not overextending at the top position. So after our 10, we then move into the single leg glute bridge. So from here, Jenny's trying to have that same amount of squeeze on the glute, and this has a nice anti-rotational core element to it as well. So Jenny's hips, she's trying to let them sag down on the one side. She's just focused on bringing everything up, and she's trying to get that same range of motion with the hip that she had with the couch stretch as well. So you're trying to open things up and then use that range of motion. Similarly with the single leg glute bridge as well, make sure that both sides are feeling similar. So if one of your glutes gives up a lot faster than the other, that's a little bit of an imbalance that you'll want to work on to correct. Because of the seated position on the bike, your hip flexors never get fully opened up, and this can make your glutes really lazy. This is a recipe for lower back pain. If there's tightness at the front of the hips, that carries through and puts a lot of pressure on the lumbar spine, and if you combine that with glutes not feeling activated, your lower back will start to go crazy. We're trying to offset the positions that we're spending loads of time in and trying to get the muscles working in the positions that they're being neglected in, to try and make sure we're keeping balance with everything. To help with the upper back, we're going to use the Zenith rotation. So what Jenny's doing here is in a kneeling position. She's going up as high as she can. She takes a big deep breath in and then breathes out, try and goes a little bit further. Then brings herself down, shakes it off a little bit, and then back up, a big stretch in the ribs, big breath in, breathe out a little touch further. So you only need 3. If you're using that breath, you're getting a good range of motion there. You're going to improve things as you go. Just again, make sure there's no tension in the neck as you do this. So as far as you can, big breath in, big breath out, try and go a little bit further. And you're trying to wring yourself out like a wet towel. So this is lovely for your posture, and this is what helps the neck feel like there's a lot less pressure going on up at the top. So upper back focus first. After that, we're going to grab ourselves a resistance band, and what we're going to do is work on the rhomboids and the back muscles. So from here, Jenny's going to pull to one side first of all, and really focuses on this back position here. She's squeezing back with the back muscles, pulling that shoulder blade across and opening up all here at the front. So that's to counteract that being on the bike like this position here. So we do 10 on the one side. Again, turn the head every now and again to make sure your neck's nice and relaxed. Once you've done 10 on the one side, you can then do your 10 on the other side. So when you do one side at a time, you can get a little bit further on that one side. So it's good to combine the two together. So as far as you can, really focus on that end point. Do not cut yourself short here with this. We also like the palms up for this variation rather than the palms down. So if we think about a lot of stuff that we do, the hands are always over the top like that. So we'll open things up. We're getting better at hugging. After you've done 10 on each side, you then do both arms together at the same time. And again, a little bit of a shake there, it does get burny. So start with a nice light band first of all, and over time you can actually increase the strength of the band that you're using. Just make sure you're thinking about range of motion as much as possible. You really want to be squeezing those shoulder blades at the back as much as you can. If you're racking up many hours on the bike and also coupling that up with something like a desk job, your upper back can be tempted to fuse in like a hump shape, and necks and shoulders absolutely hate that. You cannot do enough of these. Adding the band work starts to give some retraction to the shoulder blades to offset that protracted position that we're sitting in, which helps us bring balance to the force. For opening up the quads, we're going to use the kneeling position. So Jenny right now is having a little sit and she's being quite generous here. She's got 2 pillows underneath her to decrease the range a little bit. Over time, you can start to work on this and take 1 pillow away so that you're starting to get closer to being towards sitting on your heels. Keep the breathing nice and relaxed, keep wiggling around, come up and down if you need to relax things off, especially if your knees feel like they're going to explode, and eventually you want to get to the point that you don't need any pillows and you're able to sit and relax in that position completely. So 30 seconds, we're looking to hold that for, and then we're going to couple up this nice good range of motion with the split squat. So what Jenny's doing here is getting a nice wide stance here so she's not wobbling and falling over. And from here, she's pushing through the back leg as much as she can, and she's trying to get this front knee as far over the toe as she can. So this front foot here is fully planted on the ground. She's working hard, grabbing the ground with her toes and making sure she's getting a nice full deep range of motion. You want to make sure you're loading your hips and loading all the muscles around here and not just pushing your weight through your knee. It can look exactly the same but feel completely different. So you're going to be doing 10 on one side and then 10 on the other side. So fantastic strengthening exercise, really works on the balance as well because you're feeling wobbly the whole time. Make sure your breathing is staying nice and relaxed. And again, make sure that knee is coming nice and far over the toe and we're opening up the quads as much as possible and really working on our hip stability. Similarly to not fully opening up at the front of the hip, if you're not fully opening up at the knee as well, this can cause a lot of knee pain, and tight quads can also hinder your hip extension. The reason to work on the split squat is to add some good strength to your legs and hips overall. Also work on your balance and the strength of your feet. It's great being able to balance while you're on the bike, but you want to have just as much strength while you're on your feet as well. Once you're proficient with them with your own body weight, you'll also want to add a little bit of weight to them as well. You can do this by adding a dumbbell to each hand. To organize this as a short mobility session, it will look like this. 30 seconds couch stretch on each side, followed by 10 double leg glute bridges, then your 10 single leg glute bridges on each side. After that, you do your 3 Zenith rotations on each side. Remember the breath, then your 10, 10, 10 with the retraction circuit. After that is then your 30 seconds with the kneeling sit, and then 10 split squats on each leg. It takes roughly around 7 minutes to do if you're doing good quality reps. Do them straight after a ride as a 7-minute cool down, and these exercises will help to keep you pain-free. You want to eventually get to a point that the couch stretch just feels nice to sit into and that you find the glute bridges and the split squats really easy to do. If you want to take a full body approach to your overall mobility, then definitely I would recommend the simplistic mobility method. You can get it from our website, tommorrison.uk.